Rain drummed softly against the empty roadside as Daniel wiped grease from his hands and locked up his tiny repair van.
Yeah, it just
Just
died
as
on
he
me.
was about to
Okay,
drive
can you
off,
check the battery?
he noticed
Yes,
a
the
small
cables look
car
fine.
pulled
All
over
right, stay
ahead,
put.
hazard lights blinking like a quiet plea for help. A young woman stood beside it, phone in hand, shoulders tense, glancing nervously at every passing vehicle. Daniel slowed, hesitated for half a second, then pulled over. "Everything okay?" he asked gently, stepping out in his worn jacket. The girl looked relieved but cautious. I think I have a flat tire. I called roadside assistance, but they said it might take over an hour." Daniel crouched to check the wheel. "Yeah, it's flat. But don't worry. I can change it in 10 minutes. She blinked. "Really? You don't have to. I mean, I don't even know you." He smiled. "That's all right. I'm Daniel. I fix cars for a living." As he worked, she hovered nearby, wringing her hands. She introduced herself as Emily. Her accent hinted at travel, but her clothes were simple hoodie, jeans, no jewelry. Daniel made small talk, asking if she was heading home. "Sort of," she said quietly. "I'm on my way to something important." Daniel nodded, not pushing further. He noticed her hands shaking and tried to ease the tension with light jokes about how cars always choose the worst moments to break down. Slowly, she relaxed, even laughing once. When he finished, Daniel stood up and wiped his hands again. All set. Emily reached for her wallet immediately. "Please let me pay you. I insist." Daniel shook his head. "No need. It's raining, it's late, and you looked scared. That's payment enough." Her eyes widened. "At least let me give you something." He smiled kindly. "Just promise you'll get home safe." Emily paused, clearly moved. "Thank you," she said softly, as if the words carried more weight than usual. They parted ways, Daniel driving back toward his modest apartment, thinking nothing more of it. For him, it was just another small act in a long day of small acts. 3 weeks later, Daniel received an unexpected call. A well-dressed man introduced himself as a representative of a private foundation and asked if Daniel could meet for coffee. Confused but curious, Daniel agreed. At the cafe, the man slid a tablet across the table. On the screen was a photo, Daniel, kneeling on the roadside, fixing a tire. Daniel frowned. "What is this about?" The man smiled. "Emily asked us to find you." Before Daniel could respond, Emily herself walked in. This time, she looked different, confident, composed, wearing a tailored coat. Yet her smile was the same. "I hope this isn't strange," she said, sitting down. "I didn't know how else to thank you." Daniel was still processing when she continued, explaining that she came from a wealthy family, one that had taught her to keep her identity private. That night on the road, she hadn't been nervous because of the tire alone. She'd been overwhelmed by personal decisions, unsure who to trust in her life. "You helped me when you thought I was just another stranded stranger," she said. "No cameras. No reward." She slid an envelope toward him. Inside was a handwritten note and a check, enough to cover his van repairs, overdue bills, and more. Daniel's throat tightened. "This is too much." Emily shook her head. "It's exactly enough." As they stood to leave, she thanked him again, not as a millionaire to a repairman, but as one human to another. Daniel walked out into the sunlight, holding the envelope loosely, feeling lighter than he had in years. Outside, the street buzzed with ordinary life. Cars passing, people rushing by. Yet something about the world felt quietly changed, as if kindness had echoed further than either of them expected.